What's the motherfucking deal? First and foremost, I want to say welcome to the den. I mean, just all crazy and shit. Oh shit, wasn't happening. Sure. All right, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. If you're not familiar with the den is a conversation, a community. If you don't know, if you're not familiar, we're all friends in the den, whether we agree, disagree, whatever the topic at hand may be for the evening. But tonight, we're just going to do something a little bit different. We're just going to we haven't had not necessarily a free-for-all session, but we're going to relax a little bit in the den tonight. We're going to, you may be the only one here. Everybody else may have things to do. They're going to look at the Rockets. But again, like I say, we're just going to have a relaxing session in the den this evening. Pardon me for 1 second. And yeah, like I said, we're just going to talk about, we're going to vent. We're going to just release. We're going to talk about frustrations. We're going to just discuss whatever's been bothering us, whatever's been on our minds, whatever's just been going on in the world today. And just kind of vent, nothing in particular. I had a couple other topics, and I guess I wouldn't say more serious, but, just kind of a relaxed conversation. Just kind of, it doesn't have to be anything hateful. It doesn't have to be anything stressful. It just has to be about you. And again, so like I say, I am your host, Ed Honcho, if you are not familiar, but if you've been fucking with the den, I'm pretty sure you know that by now. And before we check in with the friends of the den, make sure you're following the den on all major platforms or where it's available. You can catch it on Twitter and Instagram at Den Show Live. You can catch it on Facebook.com, Den Show Live, and on YouTube. Well, you're here right now, so you know exactly what's going on with the den. So it's final season. Do y'all have school on Friday? I'm wondering about some of these schools and things. I know a lot of people are taking their finals and things of that nature. But again, like I said, we're just going to talk about what's going on in the world. We're going to talk about what's happening these days. Again, it can be good, it can be bad. It doesn't have to be anything life-threatening. But I'm going to just vent. I know a lot of people have been venting or have been angry about a lot of people have been angry about Will Smith. And you would be like, how can anybody be angry with Will Smith? What does Will Smith do to anybody? Maybe it's what he didn't do or what he isn't. Will Smith is the new genie in the new Aladdin, the live action Aladdin that they're making. And people were mad and are mad because Will Smith isn't blue. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, and I understand. I can understand it, you know, but people have to adjust. People have to adapt sometimes. They have to get used to new things. And I think that's the biggest problem with people, is that people have an issue adjusting. And that's why, that's what we're going to vent. We're going to vent about the people venting. That's what we're going to do. But people have a hard time adjusting to new shit. Adjusting to, you know, when changes happen. And the sooner people can adjust to change, the better off they'll be. Like, my deal is, what's the motherfucking deal, Baker man? Always good to see you. My deal has to be, what has to be going right in your life if the biggest problem that you have is venting about Will Smith not being blue in character? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's like what I need to know. What else is the? I mean, your life has to be basically perfect, for motherfuckers for that to be the biggest issue that you have, venting about Will Smith being a color on a magazine because he's not blue. But I think they said that they're supposed to fix it. I guess it's probably, you know, some post-production ass shit where they will go and get all that shit fixed. Oh, that's a bet, man. Good deal. Good. I meant to ask you that. I meant to ask you if it came in. Okay, cool. Glad. Thank you. Glad that happened. Thank you for letting me know. So again, like I say, you know, motherfuckers are mad about motherfuckers using the N-word. That's what people are mad about now. Yeah, I read your text, Harden. I read it on the Dilly Dally. But again, like I said, Will Smith being blue, you know, but he might be, you know, Will Smith might be out there cripping, you know what I'm saying? Crip cut. Career, you know. You know, Will Smith might be on this banging shit, you know what I'm talking about? No, today we just venting, man. We just gonna vent in the den, whatever's bothering us, whatever's frustrating. Just a good old vent session. You know, just talking about the world. Nothing specific, nothing major. But people are mad because apparently, you know, they have a new, there's a new Aladdin coming out, a live action Aladdin, which is already shenanigans in itself. They just need to go ahead and make a 3D Aladdin. Fuck all that live action shit. We don't need this new shit. But apparently, people are mad because Will Smith, you know, he's the genie in the new Aladdin. And they posted the characters, you know, a little preview, a little characters on a magazine. And because Will Smith wasn't blue on the magazine, people were upset. People were mad because he wasn't a blue genie. So, again, that's why I say, how annoyed, I mean, how boring is your life? How comfortable do you have to be? And this is why I say, you know, it's crazy. That's an American thing. It's only an American thing, because you got a Christmas a Christmas gift. Make sure you wrap it up. Always wrap it up. Christmas gifts and all. But, you know, my thing is, that's some American shit. Because, again, you got motherfuckers around the world with problems, with issues, who do not give a fuck about Aladdin and what color he is. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a shit about what color Aladdin is. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about Aladdin, period. Some motherfuckers ain't never even seen Aladdin. Some people live in a country where Aladdin was probably supposed to be originated and don't know shit about no fucking Aladdin. And yet we're here in America complaining, or they're here in America complaining about some motherfucking me, you know, the color. But then, look, you know, look, they complain about the color of Will Smith. He's too black. We don't want this nigger genie, this fucking black genie. What the fuck is this? Say he talking about some cheeks, he ain't talking about the rosy red kind. Hold up. But again, so again, people just fucking complaining. The topic is supposed to be about venting. Whatever's frustrating you, whatever is bothering you, whatever is making you annoyed with the world, we're just venting. There's nothing too serious. Like I said, it could be just some bullshit that just annoys you. We can just things to get it off your chest. Yeah, Genie, that's what I'm saying. Like, much as Will Smith can entertain, he's definitely not a no Robin Williams. And that's what I think. If you were going to get the closest thing to a Robin Williams, no, I'll stop watching the news, man. What is ISIS in Syria? They in Houston now? Let me know if they in Houston. Then I'll worry about it. But until then, I ain't giving a shit. But again, the next closest guy you probably could have got to a Robin Williams would have been a Jim Carrey. And that's what people like this new day and age. You guys got to appreciate, or they don't appreciate, the certain style of comedy that guys like Robin Williams had, guys like Jim Carrey. He doesn't really do it anymore. Now he does a bunch of kind of weird movies. But that he had, and I know a lot of people were big Chris Farley fans. I was never big on the Farley train, but he kind of had, he didn't have, like, I think the depth of characters, but I think that that kind of that kind of fucking versatility. You say Jim Carrey, well, I'll be honest, I didn't watch Tommy Boy. I don't think I watched it. He just kind of had his characters were more like kind of on the dumb side. Jim Carrey, man, I don't think people really truly appreciate what Jim Carrey has done. You say as an American citizen, violence, what's going on around the world, not in great activities, know the basics. If I'm wrong, you can or you can't, because like I said, I'm on something different now. Because I just don't give a shit. Like, unless it's directly going to impact me, how much do you really change, or how much of your life is really impacted by what's going on around the world, other than talking about it, other than just discussing it with other people? Unless you're like investing and, you're in certain things that, involve maybe world economy and things of that nature. But for the most part, if you're not doing anything, and again, that's only to a certain extent, but I'm not really worried about terrorists. I'm not really worried about terrorism or anything like that. So I'm not too concerned about it, honestly. When it's time to go, like, I think that's the thing, when you bring all these other frustrations and worries into your life that really don't have an impact. Because, to be honest, like, when is the last time terrorism has impacted your life? When have you had encounters with a terrorist? And so that's kind of my thing. Like, I don't know no ISIS unless ISIS working at the fucking corner store or something. That's racist. Oh well. That's the only time I even see anybody who you would even deem being ISIS. Boston bombing. I don't run marathons. I don't live in Boston. I don't even like the city of Boston. I hate them for their sports and everything else. So my deal was with that is, it's unfortunate what happened, definitely unfortunate. But again, that was still several years ago. How long was that? That was what, 5-6 years ago? A few years ago? 3 or 4 years ago? I've decided not to be concerned anymore. And the thing is, because what you do is you flood yourself with a lot of information. We could talk about the Boston bombing. Yes, I said it. But the thing about the Boston bombing is, what information was out there that prevented it, and what has happened since? It was a moment in time, a very unfortunate moment in time. But I'm not in law enforcement. I'm not in any situation. All the Second Amendment and guns in the world hasn't changed anything, but that hasn't, altered the outcome of that situation. And again, it didn't stop the marathon, didn't stop anything. Move. Yeah, I said it. I hurt your little feelings. Move. Scotty over here begging for attention. I need to wash him. He's dirty looking. I'm going to cut him and wash him tomorrow because I'm going to cut him myself. I've been taking him to the groomer. Tired of spending money on him. He just looked the damn same. I'm going to trim him down. So my thing is just like, and I'm not saying that it's unfortunate, but again, the people who are impacted by it have to deal with it. Harvey was a situation that was something relatable. That's something that, you'd be concerned with because of the carryover from that. But as far as if it doesn't impact me personally, man, I'm not going to be on it anymore because again, the news just fills you with a bunch of bullshit that's pretty useless. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Gave you power. Let me see. Let me see. Well, gave you power, Ed Man, and who else? Who else said? Somebody slid in here. I forgot to say what's happening. Okay, I gave you power. There's my fault. What's the motherfucking deal? I gave you power. But again, no, I haven't even tried to reach out to EDP, honestly. But my thing is reliable news sources. I mean, the only news I watch, honestly, is the only news I watch, and that's every now and then is the DeFranco guy, because he generally keeps it pretty straight down the middle. But if you because if you look at Fox or you look at CNN or any of these major news networks, it's a bunch of repeating the same stuff over and over and pandering to their fan base. And so I have no interest in that, man. I don't want to, people sit here and get, indoctrinated with these beliefs, and they have to sell you something is terrible. They have to sell you something is extremely horrible. Worst shit that's happened lately has been by Americans. The fucking, what was that, the shooting in Pittsburgh? Those are acts, but they never deem those things as terrorism. Those are more dangerous than terrorists. And so if you want to sit there and be concerned about every American that exists, well, you're going to be a real frustrated and annoyed person. But we don't want to talk about those things. We don't want to have those discussions because then it makes, Americans look bad. When Americans have done more damage than any of these, that it's a distraction. Hey, look over there. Those guys, 3,000 miles away are doing things in caves and fucking up their own people. We as Americans, we need to be afraid because they could come here and do it. Meanwhile, the Americans are here, and we can call them lone wolves and we can call them med patients and everything. But here's the thing, well, they were on medication and they had mental issues. You know how many Americans have mental issues? You know how many Americans are on meds? Shit, over half the fucking country, man. And so if I'm gonna sit here being concerned about half the fucking country and their mental issues, Vincent, what's the motherfucking deal? Then I'm gonna be a very sheltered, I'm gonna be a very paranoid guy, So here's my deal though. I don't want to help the world out. I'm not trying to help the world out. We were talking about the other day, help those who want help. That's all I want to do. As far as trying to be the world police, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to fuck with a select number of motherfuckers. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you. I'm not trying to go stick my nose in business that don't have anything to do with me. How did Ali say it? She said, Viet Cong ain't called me a nigga. But on some real shit, I'm not trying to I understand where you come, because I like to pay attention to all that stuff, but then it spreads you thin, it makes you paranoid, it makes you annoyed, it makes you frustrated. What's up, Shaolin? What's the motherfucking deal? And so I'm not gonna I can't buy into the bullshit anymore, because the job of the news is to make you terrified, is to make you frightened. It's to make you think that things are way worse than what they are. When you look at the statistics, you look at the numbers, things have been declining. It has not been as bad as they tell you it is. They tell you it's going to rain. I remember when they used to have the shit immediately after 9/11, where it used to be the terror alert list, the color, or right now the color is orange, or right now the color is we're in yellow, and they used to have that thing. And what did that do? it did nothing but make people paranoid, make people scared, intimidated for no reason. Oh, I hope the government is doing something about that orange box on the screen. And I'm sure they were, because that's their job. But me as a citizen, me as a human being, my job is to live the best life that I possibly can live. I can no longer, like I say, that's why I say I've cut out. We've been talking about the diet as of late. You know what I mean? And the diet is what you ingest. And news is meant to make you susceptible to bullshit and irrelevant shit. Like again, would you know about, because then a scared public needs someone to depend on, because then they feel as though they can't do it themselves. A scared public, why, with all the crimes that go on, a lot of burglaries, a lot of robberies, people steal, a lot of shit happens. I mean, you go to the county, you see a lot of motherfuckers coming in that motherfucker, getting out that motherfucker. But every story ain't on the news. And some of these motherfuckers have done worse shit than that's what's on the news. You pick select stories, you frighten a certain demographic because that's what it's all about, and then you continue to get the views, you continue to get the ratings, because in news channels, they get paid just like anybody else. They have advertisers just like anybody else that want to pay for this time block if people are watching. That's why do you think the news does certain things, like those little segues they do? We'll tell you coming up, this new medicine could make your flesh fall off, and stay tuned. And then they don't talk about it for 2 or 3 segments. Still coming up, just wait, we're going to tell you about the medicine that's going to kill you. And then they talk about it for 15 seconds and then go on, and it's something that nobody's taking. It's something that's got banned off the market or something. So what I'm saying is that ultimately, again, like you say, attention is energy. The whole point of this thing is to get your attention, to get your focus, and then, make you scared. And then, I need this news to make sure it gives me the information I need to be safe. If I don't have this information, I won't be safe when I go out today. Say, yeah, and absolutely. I mean, because all you got to do is look at it like this. Look at, because I've been reading a lot about marketing and things of this nature. God damn it, you damn dirty nut. Come on. Look at like different stuff. Like I said, I don't know if you ain't getting up here. Like I said, I don't know if you look at or you listen to like sports radio. Okay. Like whenever I listen to 610, this nigga really chilling. He just got his hands all up on the desk like he just really finna be on the stream talking about some shit. Yeah. Like if you listen to 610 or you listening to most of these sports radios, or you watch ESPN or these places, look at the things that they're promoting. Look at the things that they're pushing. Look at the products that are there. You know what I mean? Sports Radio 610, you can tell what their demographic is. Probably middle-aged to older white males whose biggest issue is lack of testosterone, because it's always pushing some shit about like the low T center. It's always about divorce lawyers. Viagra. Here, get cheap Viagra pills at this price, or get this other stuff for cheap. Hit the low T center. Here's hair restoration. And then, a sports bar, a Twin Peaks or a Hooters or something, so you can go be around some pretty little girls who don't fucking really give a fuck about you because you're an old man. Like putting you in these environments to make you feel good about your manhood and masculinity. So like, that's what I'm saying. You just have to look, you have to understand what's going on, and they're going to cater to a certain demographic to push. Man, I want to slide by that too. I've seen it a couple of times, but I've been saying I want to slide by there. And so again, like I said, you have to look at what is really going on and why they're pushing certain things to certain people. You look at daytime television. They're not marketing anything to men. They're marketing to women. They're marketing feminine products. They're marketing shit for your kids. They're marketing shit for, just women-based things, or things for old people who, or people who they believe would be stay-at-home people. Oh, are you unemployed? Or you need to go to college? You sitting on the couch. You ain't doing shit with your life. You over here watching Maury, bitch. He's not the father. Again, it's all a science to all the shit, man. And so the thing is, they got to make money, and attention is money. Again, the news is not telling you what's best for you. They're telling you what they can do to keep your attention. And it's not always in your best interest. And again, it's to make you paranoid, make you fearful. If the news made you feel good all day, every day, what would you end up doing? You'd go out in the world, you'd enjoy life, you'd be appreciative of everything that's happening. You wouldn't give a shit about the negative. The news just made you feel great about stuff. Like they do just enough. Again, they'll tell you about the cat fashion show. And then hit you with a bunch of bad news. They'll tell you a whole bunch of negative shit, hit you with one or two little positive things. Well, this is going on. And, it's not about really providing you the news. It's not really about providing you information that, you say you found a no for a fight party way back. Man, I want to know your thoughts on Baker, man. You in the game. How are the Charlo brothers looking against their matchups? That's what coming up this weekend, I believe. So it's actually be two, they both fighting on the, I think Premier or whatever. How you feeling about, how confident are you in those guys in their matches this weekend? But the thing is, all right, Mr. Rabbit, enjoy yourself, take them tests, pass them tests, and all that good stuff. But again, like I say, the news just will put you in a bad way, and that's what they want. So then that way you tune in all the time to make sure they help me understand some stuff. They really don't. And again, it's all irrelevant because who's got the Zika? Anybody got the Zika? Y'all know anybody who got the Zika virus? Y'all know anybody who got the Ebola? Y'all know anybody who got the the West Nile? And I'm not saying that these things don't exist, and I'm not saying they're around. They're not around. Scotty, you really just gonna put your ass up here, huh? You just really gonna get your motherfucking ass in the way. Lay down. Lay down. Fucking attention whore. You worse than an IG model, Scotty. You're an attention whore. And so my thing is, the fucking news is no benefit. And so that's why I say I'm no longer watching that shit. If it's information that I want or need to know, I can figure it out. I can find out. Again, what ISIS is doing to their own people, it's unfortunate, but I got my own issues that I have to fix first before I can be worried about, all this. I have to take care of my needs. I have to take care of my situation, the people I care about, before I can be worried about what's going on. It's just a distraction, You got to focus on yourself, man. If you're not focused on yourself, then you fucking up. So, it is what it is. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. I have no idea. I have no concern. It's no business of mine. And so, there's that. No, I do not play Super Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And the commercial is, to convince you that some bullshit you need, or some medicine that fucking is going to kill you and shit that is of no benefit to you. And so, no, don't nobody talk like me, so I'm not worried about that. I played the original Smash Brothers for 64. That's when I was young. But outside of that, I have nothing. About marketing, just learning about it. It's the whole point of marketing is it's all psychology, persuasion, influence, and that's why these influencers are such a thing, because that's why the Kardashians, people think they're dumb, but I mean, what they do, it works because people are following them. If they don't resign ckin, then they tripping. But again, it is what it is. 335, what's the motherfucking deal? Medical industry, yeah, a lot of there's a bunch of shaggy stuff going on with that. That's a whole nother conversation. But again, like I said, we're just having a venting session. Whatever's on y'all's mind, it's nothing in particular. I'm just saying why I don't fucking and that they're practicing, and they will try shit out on you. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Dominic, I got a question for you. Not trying to be funny, not trying to be, not trying to call you out on anything or nothing like that. When's the last time you had a girlfriend? Or have you ever had a girlfriend? That's something I should probably ask you. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just got questions. Okay. I mean, why you getting mad? You sound frustrated. I'm just asking, man. I mean, is this something that you think about? I mean, is this something that's on your mind? Are you cool? I mean, if you're cool not with one, I mean, is not. I'm not trying to, again, like I said, I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything. I'm just curious. Are you interested in the ladies, or a significant other, or whatever it is? I don't know what that means. If you know what I do. So I'm just curious whatever's going on. I just want to know, man. I mean, it's I'm just trying to figure some things out, But again, I might actually give y'all. I might get late night to mixer night because I'm probably after the stream. I'm gonna go. I didn't finish one of my workouts from yesterday, so I'm probably gonna take care of that later on tonight, and then got a little cooking to do, and then I might get on a mixer later on tonight for a little bit while the food's cooking and stuff. Should do love advice for the den. So I ain't discouraged. If I tried, I could do it. They to push you to back down. But why? I mean, is it just that you're not interested? I mean, I'm not. Like I said again, I'm not trying to be funny with you. I'm just asking. If you're not interested in the hoes right now, then that's on you. I mean, if I ain't worried about no hoes right now, I mean, there was a period of time where I told you I was celibate for damn near 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Bet. Let me know. Trust me, I'll drop it on the sauce and everything. We'll do a live sauce watch party. What do you got, James Harden? What do you got? See, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay, Dominic. And I'm not telling you to go because again, look, a bitch can be a worse downfall. That's 3-6 Mafia told me that. And I'm not telling you go get a girlfriend. I'm not even really talking about that. I'm just, if you fucking with the hoes at all, I'm not telling you gal them. That's a bad idea. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You play video games, do what you got to do. Focus on school and all that other good stuff. The Den All Pro Squad. Yeah, we might do an All Star for the Den. We'll take a top 5, or something like that. Because the Den ain't that big, so we'll figure it all out. But my thing with that is I'm just wondering, because Dominic, sometimes you be on some other shit, and sometimes I think you just need to get your little action, and maybe you wouldn't be focused on some of the wrong stuff. But again, it is what it is. So like I said, we're just talking about We're just talking about whatever thoughts are on your mind. What's the news? What's happening? Like I said, we talked about people being upset about the Blue Genie. Ed Man wants to go and join the terrorists. I'm fucking back. Yeah, and that's my thing. Don be doing some weird stuff. I don't. I've already talked to y'all about the Christmas thing. I don't really do it big, but if that's y'all's bag, hey, enjoy that. I'm not gonna knock nobody for doing what they do. But the thing is, even though, like I said, when I was raised, I was witnessing, so I never celebrated it. And there's things that you can point out to people about the correlations between these American holidays, and you can go back in history and find the connections to a lot of pagan associations to those holidays. But people don't like that. People get upset when you try to tell them things that they like or may not be what they think it is, And so I'm all for ruining Christmas for the kids. Ain't no Santa Claus, bit. No, but seriously, and I think that people should just understand, really what it is that you're celebrating. But most people just they enjoy it because they get good stuff out of it, and so they're cool with it, and that's fine. But I like to know what I'm supporting and why I'm supporting it. And so I think that you have to think about that. And again, saying this is what I'm saying, man. And this is what I'm saying about you, Dominic. This is why I worry about you. Whatever floats your boat. But here's the dilly-dally. What are you doing, Fat Scotty? Scotty just looks worse. The longer his hair gets, the worse he looks. Because he fucking, like, even when I fucking wash him, even when he gets cut, even got some little whitening shampoo for his ass. And he just has this fucking brown tint. Like, there's light little off-white tint. Like, once his hair gets a certain length, like when it's really short, it looks white. But once that shit starts fucking growing, he just has this little off-ass color. And he looks just dingy. And so I'm finna get that boy a buzz cut tomorrow. I'm just finna fucking rolling and shit. I wish Scotty would. I'd kick his fucking ass. Fucking, he just got a fucking dusty look to him. I mean, you see like where his ears are and his fucking, like I thought it was the food maybe doing it around his mouth, but I think that's just his fucking color. So I'm gonna buzz him up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Say most folks just be glad for the holidays to come around so they can chill. Yeah, and I think that's really what it is. I think that ultimately people just like, fuck it, I don't even give a fuck what the real meaning of a lot of this shit is. I just want to fucking relax. I just want to be off the stress, And so, I think a lot of people, they have good memories tied in with, the holidays. They think about friends and family, getting gifts and all these things. So, Scotty, lay your ass down, man. You gonna look, my hand, see, look at this nigga trying to change it from the live chat. Scotty, you hate. Look at you ass all on the keyboard and shit. I have no New Year's resolutions. I've started my resolutions prior to the new year. New Year's resolution was a waste of time. Most people fucking, within the first 2 to 3 weeks, the New Year's resolution is busted. And so I'm not even going to engage in that. There are no New Year's resolutions. I've started, like I say, my shit in the end of October and been slowly working on those things. So you go into the shit with some momentum, then it's no longer about a resolution. It's about a new lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. How come it's all mental? Well, most people don't have the mental strength to sustain, to maintain, to gain, to reign. That's all I got right now. But here's the deal, man. Like I say, we finna open up the sauce line, man, and we just want to vent. Whatever's on your mind. It don't have to be about any of this shit we talking about. It could be just something that's going on in your life, something that you've noticed. Again, no real specific tonight. We're just gonna kind of keep it easy tonight, and then, like I say, just whatever it is. Oh shit! I'm fucking it all up. Like I say, whatever is just on your mind there. So again, if somebody that you're dealing with is frustrating you, if it's like I say, something you notice, just a habit that people have, some weird news story. Jay Dizzle, what's the motherfucking deal? Scotty, come on, my dude. You all under the mic and shit. Look, you guys to chill. You again, like I say, you worse than them damn IG thoughts. You're just out there for the attention, Scotty. Slide your ass to the side. Do more old head versus new. Honestly, you know what? The fact that you're talking about do more old head versus, I was actually going to talk about why new rap is trash. That is honestly what I was going to do before I said let's just kind of vent. Let's just speak about whatever's on our mind, Again, but that's a conversation we could vent about. I could vent about why the new rap is fucking trash. What's up, Mello? What's the motherfucking deal? Say I want to vent about beta males on social media. These hoes think, man, you on fire with that one. All right, we can talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. And then, I boot up the line too. So if somebody want to call in, who the fuck is Cardi, dog? What the Cardi B? Like, come on, dog. Cardi B is trash, dog. And you doing fucking Dusty, dog. Like, stop with the Cardi shit. Yeah, the majority of it. Like, I mean, there's few and far in between that you're gonna have that are actually pretty decent rappers. I'm gonna be honest. What's that? Is it not Namir? I don't think it's Namir. One of them YBN niggas actually got some flow. But most of them YBN niggas I really don't rock with too much. But one of them YBN niggas, I want to say it's Namir, the little kind of chunky looking one. And he actually got a little flow to him. Corday, yeah, that's the one. Corday is the one. He got some flow. That motherfucking rap. I give him his props. That motherfucking rap, and he actually be on some shit. The rest of them, I'm not that big of fans of. No, don't listen to Gunna. See, that's why you bumped your head, Scotty. Look at you. You're doing too much, Scotty. You're doing too much. Kodak is interesting, you know. Yeah, exactly. Shenanigans and I can't even say shenaniganery, man. And that's what I'm saying. Because that's all it is. And that's why I say the new shit is trash, because there's no substance, man. You know what I'm saying? No, not all 3 YB niggas cold. Corday is cool. The rest of them niggas is all right. I mean, if you with that shit. Kodak throw it off. I seen he just had a fucking Breakfast Club, but I don't really fuck with Breakfast Club like that. I just seen like the little memes or whatever he had. Them niggas all wearing fucking ski masks and shit. Denzel Curry just signed with Birdman. Denzel Curry, he got a couple of little songs. That Ultimate song go hard, because I actually put that in my workout playlist when I was still listening to rap. Ultimate, and then he got what's that? Y'all niggas ain't ULT. That one actually kind of jam. Let me go take this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's up, Honcho? This Ernest, man.
Ernest, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind this evening?
Yeah, a couple things real quick, man, on the aspect of the rap, man. Have you heard of Joyner Lucas?
Yeah, I've heard of Joyner Lucas.
All right, my son put me on him, bro. I want to say like a month or so ago. I was sleeping on. I never heard of him, but that dude there got flow, man. I gotta give credit where it's due.
Yeah, I heard some Mr. My only thing about Joyner Lucas is I remember he was in. And my thing is, you know, I got my own little beef. It's a little dude named Logic. And the Logic dude killed me because he looks white. I don't care. If you can rap, you can rap. But he swear his whole thing, man, he half black. But you honestly can't tell. But can you hear me? Hold on. Let me see. I might be. Let me know. Can you hear me now? Okay, my fault. My bad, Ernest. There, if you want to call back in, you can call back in. But Logic fell off ever since he bought that shit for his old lady, and she left him. But my thing with Joyner Lucas got some flow. He's that I'm not racist. And but then, like I say, with him, my only beef with him is like he's so worried about what Logic was doing, like he let that shit affect him sometime. You know what I'm saying? And so that shit right there is my only issue with him. But Joyner Lucas be jamming. But yeah, if you want to call back and finish up your comment, like I said, I guess it ain't the audio ain't coming in on my end. But you can call back and finish that statement. I called you Cardi B, nigga. That's the fuck. I thought I don't know no Cardi, nigga. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling in the den this evening?
Hey, what's up, Honcho? This Ernest. Man.
Okay, already. Okay, what you got, Ernest?
Yeah, man. All right. On another note, man. You know, I called in a couple nights ago, and I was saying how Trump had an executive order, like as a relief to the urban community, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I mention this, bro, is because a lot of like you say, bro, when it comes to the media, it just depends on if you're a CNN person, if you right or left. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And you hear so much negativity about Trump, man. and I'm learning, bro, to see through the BS, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a reason why. Like, for example, you see how everybody on the left, they know that everybody dog Trump. Don't get me wrong, Trump said some stuff on the campaign trail, bro. He had me heated. I'm gonna be real. Like, how you say this, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that whole Charlottesville incident went down, I was like, come on, man, really? Come on. But so I'm not overlooking none of that there. I'm just saying that you absolutely right, man, when you talk about how the media, you know, they have jobs to do, man. And the reason I mentioned that about Trump though is because I'm learning to see that, you know what, in the grand scheme, Trump is an outsider to them people at the top. He's not in the Washington inner circle, bro. And just like a lot of people on the left don't want him now, guess what? Them career loan politicians, they sure don't want him now. Yeah. You know? So when you start connecting a couple of them dots and you start seeing like why they really, really like going in on them, it's because how you put this, bro? Like, don't get me wrong. Trump don't do himself no favors, man. No. I'm not saying that. No. I'm just, you know, I'm just learning to see through the shenanigans to a certain degree, man. And where I'm trying to go with this, bro. And I had mentioned it the other day because to me it was a sign that, hey, man, even when Obama was in office, no matter what Obama did, bro, the people on the right, they couldn't stand him, bro. That's the same thing with Trump right now. No matter what Trump do, if you're on the left, you can't stand him. You know what I'm saying? Even though the man stuck to his campaign promise when it came to the urban community in that regard, but guess what? Ain't nobody talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one other thing I'm gonna say real quick, Honcho, man, is that I remember Scarface said a while back in one of his songs. He said, "I'm a dreamer." He said, "You know, I often wish that I could save everyone, but I'm a dreamer."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's real because when I look at the society today, bro, I just can't understand why so many of us can't see that part of the mainstream media job is to keep the masses divided, man. I don't care, keep you divided over dumb stuff, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're male, you're female, whether you whatever it may be. And they'll say some of the most outlandish things, bro, to get people riled up, not realizing that at the end of the day, Honcho, we all in the same boat together, bro.
Exactly.
And that's just like, bruh, people get stuck. Like this is one of the things I learned along the way. Know your history, but don't get stuck there.
Exactly.
What do I mean by that? You feel me? Like know how you got here, but understand the America of today ain't the America of 1816. Two different countries, two different times. But people, bro, they get stuck in the past, bro. They don't want to let things go. And it's like, look, man, we're not living in the Confederacy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We ain't in chains no more. Like, come on, man, we got to move forward on some stuff, you know. But I just mentioned this, Honcho, because I just wish more of us, man, black, white, and indifferent, can just realize, bro, you trying to feed your family, I'm trying to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep my family safe. You trying to keep your family safe. If we focus on more things we got in common, rather than letting the media condition us to focus on how we're different, bruh, man, the world would be a better place. That's what I got, Honcho. Appreciate it, man.
Already, Ernest, man. Again, another fire call, man. Like I said, Ernest always dropping some good heat on the calls, man. Appreciate the call. And he, like I said, he touched on a bunch of good shit, man. And ultimately, that's how I believe, and that's how I see life. And again, trust me, I told y'all, you know, we've had the conversation here. I told you, you know, why I don't subscribe to the whole pro-black movement. Doesn't mean that I'm not concerned about black issues. Doesn't mean that I'm not concerned about or that I don't recognize racism. I'm not saying any of that. I've never said that. But my thing is, I'm not going to focus on these issues so much that, again, that I'm so stuck on old shit, because that's like I said, I talk about like a lot of these so-called leaders of these black movements, and that's what they do. They keep feeding you now. You can't do nothing. You know, you can't do this. You can't do that. The white man got his foot on your neck. You can't do this. You can't do it. And so it's keeping, you know, people immobilized. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that, man. Like, so how are you eating? How are you benefiting? And that's the same thing a lot of a lot of the left wing stuff happens, and a lot of the liberal shit happens. And again, not everybody, but you have a lot of liberals who are saying, you know, oh, well, it's because of this that you can't win. So you need these programs, you need this. So basically, you're trying to tell me that you could do it. We have the same beliefs apparently, but you could do it, but I can't. So what? How did you get there, but I can't get there? So you're trying to basically say you better than me, or I can't do shit without you. And that's my whole thing is I don't want to be that type of person. And my deal is, if anybody else can do it, why can't I? What by me saying I need this and need that, or I have to have this and have that, that's basically saying that, well, these people were better than me. And so because they were better than me, I need some assist, or I need a stepping stone or whatever. And I'm not saying there ain't nothing wrong with helping, you know, the next man get to the next place. And some of these programs are beneficial, but I'm not looking to live that way. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and say, man, you know, I can't make it because, you know, it's all the white people. White people got all the jobs, or they got all this. Like, man, fuck all that, dog. Like, I'm not finna sit here and be hindered by some beliefs when I've seen, you know, when you see so many people who look like you, regardless of who you are, have been successful through hard work and determination. You know, yeah, there may be obstacles, and people use that as an excuse. Well, see, you know, he had a situation, and it was he was involved in some racism or whatever. It was like, oh, okay, but that was his situation. Like that's exclusive to his life. You know what I'm saying? Just because it happened to him, don't mean it's going to happen to you on your journey, on your trail to getting there. And then people use that as an excuse to not do things. Man, already what's the saying? Power outage. And so that's my thing. You know what I mean? Ultimately, see, and that's what happened, Dominic. See, motherfuckers be trying to misconstrue your message, and that's what they'll do. They'll take one little chunk of something and try to say, oh, you know, oh, yeah. But yeah, in the sense of that, I'm not needing nobody to help me get here, get there. Exactly. Fuck dumb people, you know. And you have a lot of, like I say, with the liberal mindset, that's saying, oh, well, you know, you're not good enough, so you need us to help you get there. And that's why I'm not with that. But what he was talking about with Trump, yeah, when it's convenient, oh, they all over the fucking. He paid off porn stars. He did. When half the motherfucker, well, I don't know, because, you know, the left side, they getting soft. They all about the rights and equalities, and we respect women. And I'm not saying don't respect women, but if a porn star is a porn star, man, and I ain't mad at a bitch about getting on the hustle. I told y'all, I love women, like ladies, hate bitches. I mean, I love women. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Love women. I like ladies too. Love women and ladies. I like hoes. And I hate bitches. And so my thing is, if you using what you got, what everybody got, you know what I'm saying, you promoting your pussy, it don't make you no special. Like, it doesn't make you that special. And again, so I'm not finna be all geeked up over a bitch. Yeah, okay, the bitch look good, but just like I think Bailey was just saying about these niggas, these niggas out here simping, basically making these bitches feel special. Well, sex workers is a job, and okay, so where'd you go to school to learn that? It's a job, but it's like, don't act like you a fucking doctor or a fucking lawyer, or, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, come on, man. It's just like, yeah, it puts food on the table, but it's bottom of the barrel. It takes no intelligence, takes no education to fucking cock your legs open and get fucked, to do stuff that people all automatically do. You know what I'm saying? And so it kills me that motherfuckers try to act like, well, what I'm doing. Now I give I give bitches credit for trying to be creative, but it's still basically fucking. You just selling your assets. If you looked like dog meat, you probably wouldn't be making it. You just so happen to be fortunate to have some curvaceous features, or go gas yourself up full of plastic and do what you got to do to sell yourself looking like a sex doll of all that other shit. Hoes be graduated head of class and all that other shit. And that's cool if that's what you want to do. If that's the way you want to promote yourself, but don't expect that you deserve the same level of respect as somebody who went and again, I have my own feelings about college, unless you're just going for a specific career. But don't feel like because you out there hoeing and you the top notch hoe, you the number one hoe, get your money. You know, it ain't gonna last forever. Don't feel like you deserve the same respect as a brain surgeon or some shit like that. You gotta respect me. This is a legitimate form of employment. Man, I'm not mad at you, though. I'm not mad at you. Okay? Like I say, I'm not mad at you. Do what you got to do to eat. But just understand that some career choices are much more respectable than others. And hooking and hoeing, man, you may be the best thing going, but it ain't the only thing, man. So I'm just saying. But as I say, I got brothers all because I fuck with everybody, man. And I say that's one thing that I've always felt fortunate, even from young. You know, especially being like in those gifted and talented classes, though, I'd be the only nigga in there. You kind of had to either roll solo dolo or you adjust and adapt. And it just helped me have a better understanding of people. You know what I'm saying? Why would you ask that I failed some shit? What kind of stupid shit is that? That sounds like some shit you doing. You know what I'm saying? Only way I failed class was because I just ain't go to them hoes. And then still come back and ace the test. Like, don't even show up for the whole week. Pull up on Friday, ace the test, and mash out. But again, you know, my thing is just that we got to stop being divided. And that's the problem. Like, you know, we're so busy looking for the differences. You know, we're different. We're so different this and we're so different that. When in reality, we all want the same shit. We just may go about it a different way. You know, we all want shelter. We all want protection. You know, we all want to eat. And for the most part, everybody trying to fuck something. But, you know, that comes neither here or there. How the fuck you fail health? What the fuck is that? And the thing about that is, ultimately, you know, we may enjoy it in different fashions and in different ways, but we all want the same shit. And so, you know, being mad about some shit that happened so long ago that, again, didn't happen directly to you, may have happened to you. Well, my great grandma was a slave. Damn, where your whip marks at? Where your bruises and scars at? You know, I don't want the fucking. I done said 1,000 times. I don't want reparation money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that work. I didn't put that work in. I don't want nobody to be able to say, well, if it wasn't for this or if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't have been able to do this. I'm trying to build the fucking shit from the ground up, from scratch. You know what I mean? From the work that I laid down, the foundation I laid. So that way I say, hey, you know what? Because if you lose it all when you build your foundation, if you lose it all, you have the ability to do it again, and usually even faster because you know what it takes. You understand the grind, you understand the effort that it takes. And so, say you want that shit. My thing is, look, I ain't tripping now. Look, I could use this little Powerball tonight. Man, fuck, I forgot to go grab a ticket. I was in the fucking shit so long. It was, but look, now I think, look, I need to win that Powerball so I can go ahead and build up the Real Sauce Sports Studios. But you know, but my thing is ultimately, I ain't even got to win the whole thing. Like, let me win let me just get how many numbers you got to get, like 4 or 5 of them hoes. Let me get let me just get like an extra, let me get like an extra 10K I can throw away. And that shit I had that shit looking dope as hell. Y'all be like, wow, that's amazing. You know, a couple of crackheads, they'll get some shit done for a third of the price. You know what I'm saying? You did all the supplies I need. Shit, I had that hoe be looking legit. But my thing is, honestly, though, is you'll invest 10 cents into Sauce Sports Studios. Okay, that'll get you a whole nothing. But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm serious. Like, look, let me win some shit. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go all in and actually put some marketing behind the sauce. Let me have some change to really just put behind it in the way out, man. It'd be game over. I'm telling y'all, it would be doable. But you got to make your money work for you. But again, you know, worried about being frustrated about being upset about it. Like Ernest was saying that, you know, when he does something good, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna pass over all that, and we're gonna talk about the prostitutes he fucked. We're gonna talk about the bitches he paid off. And how many? And the fucking shit is the hypocritical shit is because how many of these motherfuckers in the fucking studio, how many of these motherfuckers on camera, on the news doing the exact same shit? You know what I'm saying? These same niggas who's out there talking about, oh, I can't believe that man was harassing that woman, getting hit with the Me Too, and he grabbing his fucking coworker ass as soon as the camera go off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to drop a dime on me? That's what you saying? Is that what you saying? Ah, goddamn. Thought we was better than that, player. But ultimately, like I say, and people pick and choose what they want to hear. And once somebody formulates an opinion about you, it really don't matter. That's why I say I don't give a fuck how a person feel about me, because I'm not in the job of trying to change opinions. I know what I'm finna do. I know what I'm trying to make happen. And, if you with it, you with it. If you're not, you're not. You either fuck with it or you don't fuck with it. Motherfuckers be like, some people who will never fuck with the sauce again because of the first videos I did. Oh, that dude, he was fucking eating cereal. He had milk. I can't believe you're doing this. Well, you don't like it. You ain't got to come back, man. You know what I'm saying? This is about growth and development. You know what I mean? And so it's motherfuckers who came back from a long time ago, came back, man, your shit done changed up a whole lot, man. You first started out, it was so much that I ain't really care for it. Now, it looks good. I like what you got going. And it just is what it is, So ultimately, again, growth and development. It's about building up, doing things better, consistency. But again, when we were talking about the president, how the government, they want you divided, because then once you start realizing how capable you are of doing things yourself, if people built stronger communities, you would realize that the need for government would be minimalized. You wouldn't need all this big government that they're in every aspect of your life. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do you have calling in the den this evening? I ain't even put the number up. Ain't that a bitch? Hello.
What'd he do, boy? Oh, sorry. It's Edmund.
What the fuck, Edmund? What's the motherfucking deal, Edmund? What you want to drop in the den this evening, Edmund?
So I wanted to ask a question regarding females, and the question I had was, what do you think I should do in a situation where a female has feelings for me but is dating another person?
Interesting. Female got feelings for you and is dating another person. You smash and dash. If she giving it up, you hit that and send her back where she belongs. Because the thing about it is, if she's unhappy in a situation, she can't be honest with the person she with, then you need to realize that the same shit could happen to you. Y'all could get involved, and then maybe the relationship loses its luster, and then she's telling somebody else the same shit she's telling you. So I think that's what you gotta look at it like that. So if she's throwing it at you, I ain't saying catch it, but don't catch nothing. Wrap it up. But as far as trying to take anything serious out of that, nah, hell no. Hell no. I remember a situation I had like that back in high school, and it was a little jump off I was dealing with, and I ain't gonna go into all the details of the story right now. I may tell it like maybe on the mixture, maybe more of a mixture story. But she had hit me with some shit. She had a whole boyfriend and all this other shit. She was hitting me on some shit. Let's just run away together. I'm just not happy with him. I'd be smashing this. I smashed this chick before school. She'd be bringing me fucking gift bags and shit for the game and all that bullshit, And then look at the fucking fucked up part about it is her dude was on the team too. So what kind of hoe shit is that? That tell you something right there. But I was smashing before she ever got with the dude. I just wasn't for never gala. But I was like, yeah, I'm going away. I'm finna go away to college. You're not going with me though. That ain't finna happen. And unfortunately, she stays. I think she's still with this dude to this day. She blew up. So they're a big happy family, literally. And that ain't got shit to do with me, man. Like I said, you let them make their own bad decisions. Don't come rescuing them. Don't come saving them. If she's choosing to be in that, if she can't be honest with the person that she's with, the dude or the Zer or Zit or whatever the fuck she with, or her, who knows these days, but they fucking with, and be honest, say, hey, I'm not interested. I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want to be in this situation. Then you don't get yourself caught up in that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I recommend you don't get too involved with that.
Yeah. I also wanted to call out somebody in the chat. Dominic. I want to call out Dominic for talking shit to me. I want to say this to Dominic. Fuck you. Square up. Meet me at this and that. Or else I'm going to have to speed dial Dwight Howard and put some fist up your ass, all right?
All right.
I bet.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. Shout out to Ed Man. Ed Man been wilding out lately, man. Look, it must be things must be going well in Ed Man's life. He been wilding out. He been bucking the system lately, man. Shout out to Ed Man. Oh man. I had to make sure. Look, let me make sure I'm hearing these things right. So here's my deal, though. Here's my deal. Like I said, talking about that chick, man. Look, yeah, you ain't lying. Dodge the bullet. Look, you know, it's one thing. You got to know what is and what ain't. And again, like I said, if she's in a situation with somebody that she telling that she probably want to be with, or she fucking with, or whatever the situation may be, and she telling you all this other shit, what's the likelihood of the same situation happening? You got a lot of people who, you know, in that grass is greener mentality. Then they get to the other side of the fence and they realize the grass is the same goddamn color. And then they fucking, you know, they steadily looking for something external when they got to realize it's internal, it's within them, and what they got to fix in the way they see things, the way they look at life, the way that they approach life. But they're steadily looking for somebody else to provide them an outlet instead of, you know, figuring out a way to fix it themselves. And I think that's what you see with a lot of people. And it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. She could be selling some wolf tickets. But yeah, let's talk about what Anthony was talking about earlier. Like I said, a lot of these niggas on the internet, on the gram. I see a lot of it on Twitter too. Cause I'll tell you, the best porn on the internet is on Twitter. Honcho didn't say that, but I did. And you see a lot of these hoes, or you see like, cause you can be on your regular fucking timeline and then you see motherfucking full-fledged porn on the shit. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta like, hey, look, hey, you want to meet my friend? He's a real nice guy. I ain't the one. But again, like I say, these niggas be gas, and this is where the problem lies. Let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? This is where the problem lies. I hit that nigga Cushington too and told him to get his ass in the den earlier. He ain't look. But here's the deal with that is these niggas here, oh, you so beautiful, you so this, you so that. Bitch and be getting a whole gangbang going on. This is how I spent my weekend. And it'd be some real hoe. I know that this shit is homemade. This shit ain't professional. Oh, you're so lovely. I would love to make you my wife. It is just like, my nigga, y'all really gassing these? Like what's going on with you that you want these go livers and you really gas them up when you got to realize something. Let me sell a lot of y'all. Let me you know, they say the game is supposed to be sold and not told, but I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of free game, man. The bitches that's putting it all out there usually ain't even the best at bet. Bitches who put it all the way out there, you know, that'll let you do it, don't always mean they're good. And some of them, hey, look, I ain't saying all of them. The ones you need to be more concerned with are the more conservative ones. And I'm telling you this is free game. Thank me later. Y'all niggas that's still in high school or in college early on or whatever, I'm telling y'all, fuck with the broads that's about something. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with the ones that's establishing a future. And like I say, they ain't putting it all the way out there, because when they do come up out that shit, I was gonna wild all the way out for you. You know what I'm saying? But you fucking with these hoes who selling it, who advertising to the whole world because they want. I tell you, them hoes ain't tough to get, man. Because but you got to realize they're not tough to get because nobody's giving them attention. They're not giving them attention, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. So they focused on their own thing. They just not out there, you know, putting it out there for everybody. All you got to do is make a woman feel comfortable. Once you make you put a woman in a comfortable situation, I'm not saying Bill Cosby or don't do that. Don't make her that damn comfortable. It'll come back to bite you later on, maybe 30 years later, but later on. You make a woman feel comfortable if you can get a smile, a laugh, a chuckle, whatever it may be. That's a toe in the dough. Trust me, bro. But again, and you can have better conversation. You know what I'm saying, with these broads. These other broads, like the ones who basically put it all out there for the world to see, and then I'm not a hoe. Yeah, you a hoe, and you gonna go. It's just they ain't gonna do it for you. Again, those hoes looking for a certain particular type. And again, if you got a lot of people say, oh well, it's only these certain kind of dudes. It's only these certain kind of guys that get the girls. No, it's certain kind of hoes that are looking for those particular guys. You yeah, exactly. Conversation rule the nation. Look, conversation upgrades the situation. Or those information upgrades the situation. All that good shit. But anyway, a lot of good saying. But ultimately is you have to you just gotta set your eyes on the right target, because don't be surprised just because she ain't airing it all out there for everybody. You got to be able to see past. Sometimes you got to be able to see past the glasses. Sometimes you got to be able to see past some of the clothing and really understand what is being done. You know what I'm saying? You got to really be able to understand what's going on. And again, procrastination stalls your station. But no, right, I was going to say something else. We're going to leave that at that. But the thing about it is, you gotta have a target. You gotta have a focus. And again, you gotta understand, don't always go for the candy that's most easily accessible. Don't always go for the low hanging fruit, and them bitches that be dressing like that, pretty soon the fruit will be hanging very low. And so, but the fact that these dudes though, and really what it is these sucker ass dudes, because it's some dudes, excuse me, it's some dudes that are some Texans fans on Twitter. And I'm not going to talk about the particular person. I'm not going to talk about even with some of like the cheerleaders, and there's some other female Texans fans out there, and they cool because they show love to the sauce. I'm not dissing them. But these dudes kill me. Oh, you're so beautiful, and hope you have a wonderful day, and all this like simping ass shit through Twitter. Like, my nigga, you not gonna get that. These broads try to score with a player, a real player. So again, but these motherfuckers be really on some shit, dog. Like women don't want to hear that shit. Do you not realize you and the other 52 niggas in that same thread as you saying the same shit are not standing out? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Say stumping a girl doesn't want you, man. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what not giving attention will do for an attention whore. It will make her work harder. You know what I'm saying? So, Dominic, you out of line. So again, but it's all about your goals and intentions. And the thing about it, like what dudes got to realize is broads in one sense are just like, they're people too. So there's no need in getting all nervous around them. Broads be just as goofy. Broads fucking fart, okay? They fucking burp, they belt, so let me help you bring them off that pedestal. They do the same shit. They're human beings too. You know what I'm saying? They ain't pristine little motherfuckers floating on clouds and all that other shit. What you saying, Helen? Helen Klein dentist. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to make you got to apply a little pressure on them. You can't treat them the same way. If you treat them the same way every other dude is, again, what makes you different? Unless you just come in with some amazing physique or some amazing cash. That's always the key. You're going to break bread and do your thing. But, you can't be like everybody else. You got to do something that stands out, especially if it's a broad that looks good. She getting all this. She done heard it all. She done, all that other shit, daily. You know what I mean? And so you gotta be you in a sense, but you gotta be comfortable. Like, if you are a geek and you just kind of clumsy and nerdy, then don't be you. Be somebody else. You have to be somebody else, because that ain't finna get it to you. But it is what it is. No way. Look, I'm telling you, Dominic, don't be you. All right? Be anybody else. No, not anybody else. Don't be you. Look, fake it till you make it, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what I say. Don't take Heidi's advice. All right. Heidi may be sufficient for advice in like every other aspect of life except women. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, don't take Heidi's advice from women, because women will tell you, look, most of y'all probably have gotten advice from your mothers. Your first person you ever got advice from on a woman was probably from your mom. And depending on who you are, you look at the type of motherfuckers your mama dated or your mama got with or whatever it may have been. It wasn't nothing like the motherfuckers she told you to be. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like the motherfucker, you know, be nice to them, be kind and all. Yeah, that shit sounds good. You want to be treated. But that ain't nothing like the motherfucker you got the first one you got from your sister. Or say, whatever woman you got advice from first, you know what I'm saying, was not dating the type of niggas that basically, or was not fucking with the niggas that she trying to tell you to be. You know, like women have this idea in their head of what they want, and it sounds good, but see, women got these biochemicals inside, right? And so when the hormones, like the estrogens, be, you know, intermixing with the other facilities, you know, it hinders their abilities. You know what I'm saying? And then you go ahead and you have to finagle. He said, be the better version of yourself, the version that can talk to a crowd of people and do the Fortnite dance in front of people for $5. Like, yeah, do the Fortnite dance in front of hoes and see how far that gets you. By the time you finish that dance, that hoe ain't gonna be there no more. You know what I'm saying? You start doing them Fortnite dances to see what you get. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be dating non-binaries and shit and don't know what you're getting into. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't ban me, YouTube. You can always go down to Gender Town and do your Fortnite dances, and you know, there's that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, some of them cosplay hoes, but those cosplay hoes, they know what they're doing too. Okay, they know that there's a market, a dry ass, like, I mean, it's a gold mine there. It's like them hoes that go to Alaska because there ain't no bitches in Alaska. They go fucking hoeing up in Alaska and make a killing because there ain't no bitches there. You know what I mean? So, you know, no, they don't want the geeky guys. They get the geeky bread. You know what I'm saying? They getting fun dressing up in fantasy land. They ain't fucking them dudes. They're not fucking them dudes. They fucking dress up for them dudes because those dudes fucking spend money, and they may be dorky and geeky themselves, but it's some other nigga who don't look nothing like the motherfuckers who watching her cosplay. This nigga don't even know what cosplay is. This nigga fucking on some other shit is busting that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? And so there's that. But yeah, I'm not tripping on it. But you know, it's just you got, again, like I say, you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. But here's the deal. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up here because I said, you know, I'm gonna finish up. I gotta finish up a workout from the other day. I didn't get a chance to do. I kind of did half of it this morning. I need to finish up the rest of it tonight, and I got some cooking to do and shits. And so I told y'all I'll probably have some mixer action tonight. So here's the dilly dally. Appreciate the calls. Yeah, man, even though that was strange. Yeah, and Ernest, always a good call. So he used to be a nice guy and lost people, stop being, and that's what I'm saying. Trust me, we've all been there. I've been a nice guy. I started off as a nice guy because this is look, now you can take it from a person who's been there, had the experiences, or you can listen to the prey. Okay, I'm not saying Heidi is prey, but the women is the prey. Men are hunters, women are the prey. And so yeah, see, that's exactly, and that's the thing. See, we ain't looking for love. We're talking about poking. Cause I be stroking. I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. Y'all don't know nothing about that. All right? Y'all don't know nothing about that. But with that being said, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. That's that old school shit. See, y'all youngsters don't know nothing about that shit, man. But again, like I said, I appreciate y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow. It's all 7, then 10. And then we will be, like I said, I give you a little mixer action tonight. We'll be talking some shit. So, you end up in the love zone. Yeah, exactly, man. You got to be cautious. You just got to chill. Stay away from the love zone. You don't want to be in the love zone. The love zone is dangerous if you're not mentally prepared. So, but with that being said, my advice, what's the motherfucking deal? I'll chunk up a deuce. Yeah, y'all got to remind me of something because I'll be forgetting all about which ones I'm supposed to be telling. Like, I think I remember 2 or 3 of them I'm supposed to tell. Walk Scotty, old bitch ass. He getting on my nerves and he been rolling all over this goddamn desk trying to get some attention. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. No simping can tonight, so I'll politely escort y'all out the door. Be back at it mañana, and I'm out.